Okay. As we begin, party just defeated three vampire spawns. Three vampire spawns that were quite familiar to Stephen, it seemed. And mayhaps have been Xerxes if you were here. Our party is three: Lagandu, Dyson, and Stephen. Stephen with the two newest members of the party. After defeating the vampire spawn and the subsequent vampiric mist that kind of erupted from them, you guys were kind of standing about the quiet of this large chamber. Large chamber that Stephen kind of told you about before, the night before, as you guys rested in the entry chamber with the black iron runic gate, whatever we want to call it. The room illuminated by the chandeliers to the east. As we begin, you guys are all kind of standing about those like 60-foot or so tall pillars in this dark kind of like misty room, though much less misty now that the vampiric mist has been taken care of. I don't believe I got a hit on anyone. I mean, I got 2 hits, but no damage last week during my vampire encounter that once nearly killed members of this party, which is just a good time to think about that. Those little red dots. That was like your earliest moment of like scaring almost death. Was in this very room, this very chamber. The same chamber where you had found like a weird beating heart. If I still have that noise in here, probably. So as you guys are kind of standing there after moments of murder ballings, mist. What do you guys do? My 3 party members.
I'll point out to Lagandu and Dyson. Up there was the vampire coffin where we found the key. I think one of these ways was gated, and we never really explored farther than that. So we're kind of at the edge of the world as far as what Stephen's knowledge is. So just heads up. Stephen would like to go up and look at the vampire coffin if no one else has any strong takes.
No, not right now.
So you guys start heading towards the coffin, if you will.
Yeah.
As you do, you hear a noise. You begin to hear this grinding, this boom, this grinding, metal against metal, and like falling of sand maybe, or debris, and then this large boom to the north. and it sounds like the shaking of a large metal object. And this sound kind of echoes throughout, coming from north.
We see what it is.
Go investigate.
Yeah, as you guys like kind of start moving over towards the direction of that like depression in the floor, that depression goes down about 15 feet. There is a large cage-like structure that had just risen out of the floor and just right there in the center. And it just kind of holds there for a few seconds. And as you're looking in that direction, you can see there's like a dark shape on the inside of that cage. But it's like pretty dark. The cage is pretty tight, if you will.
Well, that wasn't here last time.
And then you hear this like as something is going on with the cage, and then it just kind of like two of the sides fall open. And there's this kind of dust that gathers around it in the air.
Does something come out of the cage?
Rotate around.
I don't know. Does something come out of the cage?
Oh. All right. Let's do this again. Are you guys behind the pillar this time? On the ceiling? We might as well just get it over with. Come on. Jump out.
We're standing right here.
What?
What do we see?
You see a 5 foot tall rabbit humanoid creature wearing leather armor. He is also wearing a pair of bronze bracelets on both of his wrists. And I'm not entirely sure if you guys even know what this is, but we'll get there. He's first of all really taken aback by this tabaxi creature in front of him, and you see him glance down at his rapier and say, well, that's certainly weird. Is this another one of Issam's tricks? You guys don't look like vampire spawn.
No.
Or not? Talking rabbit. Who are you? What is an ism?
Easy. I'm just as confused as you are.
I doubt that's true. Just putting my cards on the table. I'm pretty confused. Can I roll a history check? Have I ever seen a creature like this before?
Yeah, you can roll a history check. Lagandu, you can roll a history check with advantage.
Never seen one of these in my life.
Oh, wow. Like, Lagandu, you know, Steven, you after like getting a better look at it, like maybe you have some idea, you've read about them, you've never seen them. Lagandu, this is a creature that is or was native to Krizik at one point in time. Though in your time, these creatures are thought to be extinct. Lagandu, you've probably seen imagery of these creatures, maybe even heard songs of these creatures, like lore about them. Nate can go into a little more detail about like what these creatures are and what they like maybe mean to Lagandu specifically, as far as being from Krizik.
Yeah, I think Lagandu would recognize that the Harengon were sort of fabled adventurers and artists, a group of it was a fun-loving race that was not the largest or most populous race in Krizik, but they were certainly quite well known for their just adventuring capabilities, fun-loving nature, until they all passed away from the shivering sickness. And the people of Krizik have not seen them in quite some time. So
yeah, I think
you would find
that.
I was just going to say, like, you would find like paintings of them or statues to them, but no one has seen one in a really long time.
And I think maybe that's where Steven's like book knowledge comes in. Is like maybe you've read about the shivering sickness because it shut down sea traffic lanes between Krizik and literally everywhere for fear of this horrible sickness like traveling. So that maybe like Steven maybe is like read about them and like how they were highly affected by this rampant sickness that affected them, which you would know like was like happened prior to like the 1370s.
And what year were we in? 1462?
1476, because the New Year came.
Okay, so century old, at least. Or century removed from its last site. At least.
Yeah.
Well, why don't I start with the most important question first? Young elf, I think. It's dark in here. My name is Hop, or Captain Hop, if you prefer. I'll answer to either.
Steven laughs out loud, literally.
Well, don't know why that's funny, but maybe you can explain it to me some other time. As far as Issam, well, he should be here any minute. Usually it's right around this time, honestly. You can't have vampire spawn without a vampire, after all.
Steven's eyes get real wide. And I'm going to, as quickly as I start like moving up, because I want to look at the coffin.
Yeah, if you kind of get to the bottom of the stairs and look up there, you can see that the coffin is ajar, and it previously was not.
Previously was not like before the vampire spawn fight, or previous was not during the like last year,
And when you looked up here during the like vampire, like during that time as you were walking up the stairs before the cage took it was not ajar.
Okay, so 5 minutes ago. We'll have to think of a way to label, like, first spear, second spear. You know what I mean?
Yeah. F1 and S2, or yeah. Within the last 5 minutes, it was closed. It is not directly closed.
I'll run back and like. The vampire's not dead?
Well, you can't say I didn't try, to be fair. But, you know, they have a way of, you know, being difficult to kill. What can I say? I'm just one man. Although, maybe not. With all of my friends here, right? And he'll kind of just gesture to Dyson.
Friends.
Yeah, we're all friends, aren't we?
Acquaintances at the most.
We'll get there.
If there's a freaking vampire, we're about to be friends real quick, I think.
Yeah, it's a little bit alarming. But, you know, once you've seen him once, twice, I don't know, 60 times, maybe more. Time works kind of funny in here.
What were you doing in that cave?
Wait, why? How have you seen him so many times and aren't dead?
Oh, I died. Don't you worry about that. I'm not one to brag about my failures, but I've tried and tried and tried again. Hasn't seemed to take.
As you guys are looking at this herringman, Captain Hop, as he introduced himself, you see that one of the blades that he's holding in his hands just starts glowing this like dim bluish color.
He looks down on it. Well, seems like it's the time. Issam, you gonna show yourself to our friends?
And then you all hear this voice call out from the west. Now, Captain, it's been a while since our game changed. Who are your friends? This is coming from like a high above.
Oh, well, this is obviously Scales over here, the Dragonborn. We got Eye Patch over here, the Tabaxi, and you know, this guy's books.
Well, it is very nice to meet your acquaintance. I am Issam. I will be killing all of you. Congratulations on taking out this storm. Shall we?
I'm going to start walking over to Dyson.
Might as well get it over with.
Can we, time out real quick? I'll call out to the Ism. Hey, Ism, so, real quick, we can throw down in just a second. I have just one or two quick questions.
You can actually see now this shadowy figure on top of this here pillar, kind of standing, and he's standing kind of like at a weird angle as he's kind of just on the side of the pillar, just kind of standing there now, and he's looking in your direction quizzically. I love when the game changes.
Yeah,
it gets old after a time.
Great segue. That was my first question. The game, it's changed. What game are we playing? What did the game used to be?
Oh, you will find out the game very quickly. It's been a while since I tasted Tabaxi, or elf, are you? No offense to Scales, but Dragonborn never quite suited my palate. And he starts pacing, just slowly walking the pillar.
You two, I'll point at Ism and Captain Hop. So you two just fight all the time and then do it over again?
Whenever I'm in the mood for bunny rabbit.
Great. That's weird. But, we'll set that aside.
You're telling me.
So what if we agreed not to fight? What would that look like?
Are we negotiating now?
Sure, why not?
Oh, it's been so long.
Yeah, I tried that.
Oh, you did? Oh.
I did.
And what do you have to offer me?
Your
yes.
life?
Was it? He like kneels over and just starts.
While he does that, I would like to sleight of hand cast a spell and turn it into a bead.
Okay. Love that. Roll sleight of hand.
Wow.
Roll
I
for
thought that was-
initiative.
Damn. Well, it's not like I failed the spell. The bead still exists,
no.
correct?
Well, yeah. That will be the first round of combat. We'll be making that bead if that's what you choose to do. Okay.
Mine went to you, but guys, it was a crit, and it was.
Nice.
Yeah, 33. You
33?
Oh, did it? Yeah,
Jexy boy. It added you to the turn order at least.
Holy
I have
really?
two GM checked on your
Yeah.
sheet, Nate. You'll have to change that. That was
Let's
What do I
go,
need to?
baby.
What do I need to change?
top left. There should be a button that says public. Just click the public button. So that
Top
right now
left.
everything's going to GM because I didn't
Top
want.
left.
Yeah, somewhere on the top left of your sheet.
Oh, of my sheet.
Yeah. Character sheet.
Below your name.
Got it. We're ready to go.
So, where are you at, bro? Peace. Okay. So, I feel like Dark Orchestra just feels right for a vamp. He is currently about 30 feet up on this pole. He is kind of immediately responding. You can tell as he kind of speeds up, and it's like we're slowing way down, and you can see as he's like starting to like run down, reaching for this sword that's at his side. Like you can tell things are about to pop off as Steven starts doing the necessary incantation to turn that thing into a bead. But it seems that he picked up on what Steven was doing, and so if Steven wants to finish that during his turn, he can, or you can choose to do something else, Steven. Whatever.
He does.
But Captain Hop is going to be quick off the draw, responding to that instant moment of danger like a rabbit would.
You might say.
I might. Move the camera into the middle of the battlefield.
Well, I think we may need a DM ruling here real quick. I'm sorry. And
Start
forgive
right
me,
off.
guys. As a new character, this is going to be a bit of a learning curve here for me. And it's not like it just drop you into a 13 level character. It's going to be a... All right, so he's going to...
That's when Will says, wait, you got to make a 13 level character?
How high up is he from me?
45 feet. Because you are in the depression, which is 15 feet down, and he's 30 feet pole, which starts 15 feet above you. Math. Can you see the 15 feet thing? Is that just
No.
math layer? Boom! Oh god. That didn't. Come on. Wait for it. Wait for it. Two back.
Nice.
Here we go.
I like them.
Then he will. He will. Yeah, he'll just wait at the bottom of the pit, and he'll just call out, "Always so high up there, Ism. Always so high. Why don't you just come on down? Why don't you just come on down? You know how this works."
Up that. You want to hold anything?
Yeah, he's holding an attack. Should Ism come into his range?
You love to see it. Love to see it. Dyson.
Dyson's gonna
Things are weird.
drift over here.
Steven will kind of call out, "Don't," as he starts to leave.
He'll draw his hand crossbow and fire twice at the vampire.
Love it. You love that.
Lols.
Wow.
That's 17 confirm.
It was a 19. So we won't draw a card.
Oh, that's right.
But it does do.
I am going to then do a psionic strike on that crit then.
Love that.
Needs to make a strength saving throw, and there's an additional d8 on that,
Okay.
since it was a crit.
Yes. Yes. Strength save. Come on, boy. Ooh!
He falls.
Arvo. Rolls a 2.
Oh, he goes prone. Is he immune to being prone?
He's not immune to being prone. Interesting situation.
Did he fall into my range?
It's very interesting. I don't know. I mean, he is affected by gravity. He can walk upside down, but if he wouldn't fall upward and he wouldn't fall to the left.
And he's being psionically forced.
Yeah, and he's being
to-
kind of pushed, so I feel like he would fall. He would fall onto that hill there, which is 45 feet above that. 46 large. Take some of that.
You rolled it to yourself, by the way.
God. It was 17. He took some of that. There we go. Should roll to you guys now. And he enters the hop man's range.
And this is, remind me, I need to check both of my global damage modifiers on this one, right?
At least while you're using one of the swords.
I'm using one of them, right?
Yeah. That's me.
You do have advantage because he's prone.
He is prone. So just
You
roll
love to see it.
Roll against straight.
A lot of damage.
Critical threat, critical threat, critical threat.
What the fuck? Unbelievable. It like lumped stuff together in a crazy way. Like what it did that. All right. You want to confirm that? Because that is a critical. That is a 20 on the die on your first attack. 21 does confirm. That's a card.
Please.
That's your piercer. an additional damage die. So an additional whatever D you're using. D8.
D8.
Okay, let me do some math here. So it appears to be a shit ton of damage. I wish it would
Hey,
just
mate,
give me.
is your piercing damage calculating correctly? Is that supposed to just give you a 2 plus? Is it supposed to be just 7 dex points every time, or is that supposed to be a dice? Do y'all see what I'm talking about?
I do.
Oh yeah.
It says 2 plus 5.
Yeah. I don't know if that was on purpose or if that's supposed to be a die.
I'm looking. Let's see.
I would think that would be the damage die, wouldn't it?
Should be. Oh yeah, it literally just says 2. It says 2 for some reason. It should be 1d8.
So that should add.
Let me make sure that it didn't take away anything. It was having trouble yesterday. Because that just took away your magic bonus. That's what's happening. It's like moving something. I'm gonna enter a range just so that it says it, because I feel like it's like not filling correctly. Once I collapse it. Just roll 2d8. So that should be 17. 9. Which is a little bit extra points. See if the radiant is right. Okay, it is. So my calculations are correct. That's 87.
Shouldn't there be a third D8?
Yes. It's a big card.
Yeah, we need another D8 from the whatchamacallit. We're at 90. Is there
Next,
anything
baby.
else?
Rogues, baby.
Is there anything else?
I level rogues.
Is there anything else?
Bring back the Guild War vibes.
We're almost to triple digits. Which is just so incredible.
I can't use bonus attack or bonus action on a held action, right? I just do the action.
You just do the action.
Okay, that's what I thought.
As you stab him, plunging down, after this like fall and this like psionic blast pushed him down, you see like this shock come across his like previously laughing face, as like you found this like spot, this perfect spot between his arm and his skull to like plunge your sword, and like maybe for the first time in a long time, you've seen this face maybe once, twice before, but it never really paid off. You're seeing it again, and it's Urkel.
Hop will just kind of laugh and say, it's not so easy when it's 4-on-1, huh?
Incredible. Gaizen, is there anything else?
Technically, that was just the first attack.
That's what I thought. He's now prone.
He's now prone, which changes what he was going to do as a second attack.
Yeah. Would have technically disadvantage from range.
He's gonna close the gap, actually. Jump down, run up to him, and he's gonna do a... Where's that? Psychic Breath on him. Aim it so it doesn't hit Captain Hop. Kind of
as you do. Dex, which should be disadvantage, because he's prone, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so. I think.
14.
That fails.
So you can see him like quickly try to roll, but he kind of rolls into the hill and he doesn't really get anywhere. Cuts the hill there. So he's going to take some psychic damage.
And the disadvantage on the attack because he's prone is if it's more than 5 feet away, right?
Yeah, because I
Not
think
that
that's because I think it's really stupid. That
Okay.
you wouldn't-
So
you
he's
wouldn't do
gonna
that. You can aim across a hand crossbow downward at an enemy laying on the ground.
Not
Yeah.
moving.
Yeah, he's
That's
gonna point bonus action, fire his hand crossbow again. Got him.
Right.
8
That'll hit. Justice.
and 10 points.
Brutal.
So how
didn't
much
know it hit
damage
him.
was that in a single turn for 2 characters?
Far too much, I would say. Far too much damage. Steven. Welcome to level 13.
Oh, it dies in.
Strahd von Zarovich. This would really fuck Strahd up. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. So have I already cast the spell, or is that going to be my action to finish?
That'll be your action right now.
Okay, that's fine. I will finish
If that's
creating
okay.
the bead. Yeah, no, I mean, actually, I don't know. But, like, beating the shit out of this guy.
After seeing that, I feel like.
Yeah, actually, you offer. Hang on, sorry, my dog is freaking out. He's not feeling well.
Know that.
After seeing that, yeah, I'm gonna let. Will I lose the spell slot, or I lose?
No,
it's
because
just-
you basically
it's
just
just a-
started it and it just like. popped
Yeah.
up.
Okay. Cool.
You notice.
I would like. We'll try it. It's probably not the best idea, but I'd like an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. $17.
Is a fail, and
he's gonna use a legendary. He has to. He has to at this point.
that would have been real fun.
Got to use the legendary at this point to pass instead. He made mistakes. Made mistakes. He didn't think he was going to need him that early. He didn't think he was going to take nearly 100 points of damage.
In one turn.
Yeah.
We took more than 100 in one turn.
Yeah.
Between
All right.
Mistakes.
I'm gonna move once. Actually, I'll just stay there. And that will be my turn. I'm gonna have to let Moose out. So I have my earbuds in. Just shout, and I should be able to come back if something happens.
Love it. All right. Fuck his life. All right, it's his go.
Oh, he's around.
Let's play. Oh God! What do you do? What do you do? I honestly think he was just in so much fucking shock at what just happened to him. Stand up clearly. Oh boy. He will attack angrily. No. Oh, great. So you see some of his wounds goes up, which is lovely. Thank God for fast healing. At the start of this turn, love to see it. Something tells me that's not going to stick around for long, but. Gonna strike out Gonna have to strike out against Captain Hop with his fucking fist. Mother.
It's a
He
miss.
misses. Then he will try to hit you with his longsword. 25.
That'll do it.
All right. Come on, big dog. Get back in the game. 14 points damage.
I miss all my resistances already.
Shit. He's gonna stay there for the momento.
He's gonna stand and bang.
No, but he's gonna stand there for. Look on.
Wait.
This is when character knowledge versus this. He doesn't. Ism doesn't know what Lagan
How?
may have in his possession.
I know, right? Is it great?
So
Great fun. I'm glad you remembered, because I remember too.
he does his own thing.
I know. Here's the problem, though.
I think they're so bad.
I want to go up the hill,
Yeah.
but then I might be.
All the way up the hill?
Yeah.
You could stand on the hill, but yeah, I mean, if you want to go all the way up the hill, you can get up there.
I mean, I've
you
got
would-
climbing
you would be-
speed, so I can get up there.
You would be above him.
I know, which is the
But
problem.
you have ranged weapons.
I do, but the one particular weapon I'm thinking of,
Yeah.
I think that is exactly the range of it. Also, how would advantage work if I was here? Would it give Hops advantage? It's kind of flanking, it's kind of not flanking.
I mean, you would be within 5 feet, so it's technically not flanking.
Okay.
But Hops could easily move to get on the other side. Does. If you wanted to.
True, yeah.
If Ism is still there.
It's fine. We will stand there, and bonus action, we gonna... Let's see. Where's my little thing? There we go. Make that a cycle. Bonus action, activate Sunblade.
So bad.
Boing!
So
You're
bad.
welcome.
Okay, he hates that, I believe. I don't know if
he
he's damaged
should.
immediately, but he does hate it.
I don't think so. 15-foot radius. It just does, yeah. I don't think the light itself is supposed to do. It doesn't say it does damage. It might actually do damage based on him.
Yeah.
But I just get bonuses to attack and damage and stuff when I attack with it, which, you know, we're here. So let's go.
Oh, it does have some kills. Okay. So
One
far, so
attack.
good. Mother of God. That hits.
Extra attack. Hiya! Lols.
Critical threat, critical threat, critical threat.
Yep. Let me deal all the damage to him before we go.
It's radiant damage.
Yeah. It is. God, so bad. So bad. Yeah, some things are really bad, bro. Yeah, do a slash. I'll just. It's really good.
Right, yeah, let's see. Is that? Oh, that's the slash, that's the extra rating damage, okay. Bleed.
Okay, con save against total confirmation, which was a 23. So con against 23 here. Oh, that's tough. That's a tough one to get. Yep. All right, 2 rounds of 1d4 plus 1. So 3 rounds of bleed. How to do this? Yeah. So he's got 3 rounds of bleed. I'll take the bleed off at the start of each of his turns. Best way.
Sure.
Anything else that Don do?
Yeah, he takes 5 points of bludgeoning damage because traits and feats and stuff.
Great. Things are good.
And he can just hang out there.
All right, at the end of your turn, you will
In
take
my
a
light?
legendary action to fucking move up to its speed without taking opportunity attacks. God. And he's got to get out of this light. Gotta get out of this light. But it just seems like such a bad. Everything seems terrible. Just gonna run up that hill. He's literally just running away like a scared boy. All right, Captain Hop. He ran away. He ran away like a scared little baby. Because he is hurt.
He'll call out, "Listen, where are you going? This was just getting good." And I think I'm gonna need to dash up there, aren't I? To get to
your
him.
hops.
I think he will use a bonus action to dash.
This rogue stuff.
To catch up to him. And then we'll attack.
That'll hit it. That'll hit it. As you kind of call out to him, you run up that hill, getting him in a one-on-one position, some would say. Kind of like spins around to meet you. And you plunge your rapier into him. And as you do, you see him kind of like looking at you like, this was not supposed to happen. What have you done? And as you do, he's like reaching out his hand like as if to strike you. And you can see like down his sleeve, there's this like thing that you never noticed before. But like up this close and personal, you can see this like glint of like brass, like a bracelet around inside like his armor. As his hand turns to mist, and his whole being kind of vanishes into the mistiness of this room.
Ha! I've done it! I've done it! I never doubted for a minute. And can he inspect the clothing remains to see what he may have on his person?
There is nothing.
Oh, nothing. Everything's gone.
Everything that was on him vanishes into this mist.
You meant we did it, right?
Well, yes, of course. We did it. Come on now. I'd be nothing without my friends.
Right. Well, You're the one who has been killed this whole time. Would you like to go and do the honors?
I mean, I've already accomplished what I've set out to do.
I mean, he's just going to come back unless we go, finish him off. And I'll point towards the coffin.
Yeah. I do have some potential bad news about that. He may have been in the same predicament as me this whole time, and he just kind of clinks his bracelets together.
What do you mean?
I mean, I don't claim to be an expert in magic. Certainly not. But I can tell you I didn't have these things until I showed up in here. And I've been here for a while. You guys wouldn't happen to have a key, would you? I've tried my thieves' tool so many times, I just can't quite get it. And you can see him kind of like picking at it with his tools, and he's kind of getting frustrated.
I'm going to go up and look. Start heading up towards the coffin.
Yeah, Stephen, as you walk that way, you can see that the coffin is currently shut.
And it was open just a few minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Well, do we want to go up and look, or maybe we can? Like you said, you've never beaten him before, right, Captain Hop?
No, never have. But I mean, by all means, go right ahead.
Is there any reason not to?
No reason not to. Just, I'm not entirely sure it'll solve our problem, but, haven't tried before. Everything's worth a try once.
Do I remember which tiles were trapped, Michael?
Not a chance.
No. Not a chance.
Unless you
That's me.
Oh, Hop will say, he'll just call from the other room. Third one from the right, second one from, he's just calling them out to you.
Yeah.
He's not looking. He's just calling them out to you.
And as he does that, Steven was like standing there, like a little nervous. But as he like starts yelling those like things out, you're like looking and you're like, that seems right. Like, like it's like playing in your mind. But yeah, you're able to negotiate the times with the instruction of a different captain.
You really have been in here for a while, haven't you?
Yeah. I've been over every inch of this place. Good times, bad times, mainly bad times, to be honest. You fall into a trap a few dozen times, and you learn where it is.
Yeah. Or you find it another dozen times.
Yeah. Hopefully I didn't get it wrong this time for him. I didn't hear any yelling.
Like,
You can all hear a pit trap.
you'd hear him yell. He's terrified of this place.
To be honest, he probably should be. This place is terrifying.
I don't know.
Doesn't seem
Hasn't been so bad yet.
Well, spoken like somebody that got here 5 minutes ago. At least I'm assuming that's how long you've been here. Who knows?
About 8 hours,
Hmm.
maybe a little
Or
more.
take.
I don't even really remember what an hour is. I don't think I've lasted that long in a long time.
So have you only known this room for the last, whichever time you've been here?
Yeah, never made it out.
That's sad.
I like to think of it as a success in progress.
Well,
Very
we've already made a new step so far.
Yeah, this is great. This is great. Hopefully, we can do something about these bracelets. But I don't know.
Yeah, if you say that, Hop, you do notice that the two of them don't have bracelets on, as far as you can tell.
Hard to tell underneath all the armor.
Yeah.
Interesting. How'd you guys get in here?
We kind of just showed up after getting mollywopped by who we think might be a guy named Viserys.
Some creepy guy in a cloak.
Another vampire?
Could have been.
No, maybe. Not like that vampire, though.
So after death, you ended up here?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
In some way, shape, or form.
Huh.
Apparently, Steven's been in here before.
He's been dead before?
I don't know if he's been dead, but he's been in this room before. Supposedly, this room is inside of some sort of sphere that is yay big.
Beer, you said.
I don't know how to make sense of it necessarily. It's relatively new to me. He'll have more to talk about.
Some sort of time dimensional pocket.
Time dimensional. Really? That thing?
Even would be better
So we've been told. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, that would, I guess, maybe. I hadn't considered that.
Do you remember where you were before you ended up in here?
Yeah, very well. Very well. The jungles of Krazik, after all.
Okay, that would make sense based on, origin stories and stuff. What year was it?
Year. I'm afraid I don't quite have the mind for details.
Fine. Do you remember anything about a shivering sickness?
Well, yeah. Doesn't everybody?
Yeah, just trying to find the timeline.
You guys didn't catch it, did you?
Nah, I'm fine.
Good. Nasty disease that decimated my entire people.
So you're a survivor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. In my day, there were only 10 of us left.
So how did you end up dying? Assuming you died to get here, like we did. Maybe not.
I don't remember failing in that battle. I just remember darkness. We had, well, I should probably back up. This won't make a whole lot of sense otherwise, but I'll try and keep it short. I can be a bit of a tale teller sometimes. But my tribe and I, we would sail the seven seas. We would just wanted to experience everything that this realm had to offer after so much death. You see, we knew we would be the final Paragon to ever live, so we wanted to just make the most of it, make the most of our opportunity, and sometimes we would kind people would come and bring us all kinds of things that we could just take for ourselves on their boats. And we came across a peculiar ship. It was filled with all kinds of interesting treasures and things I'd never really seen before. Thought it'd kind of make for a nice little maybe gift. You know, at the altar, back in town. So we were just making our way back to our village, and all of a sudden, this paladin that, you know, I swear I recognized him, but he didn't quite look right to me, came across our path and stopped us. And while I was talking with him, all of a sudden, we were attacked by robed figures. And the first thing somebody did, I noticed, was slash my pack. They were clearly after what I had in there, which happens to be a spherical object. I heard it crash to the floor and began engaging in the fight, and then I woke up here.
Do you remember what color the sphere was?
Black, Michael, I don't...
Muted.
You're on mute.
You're still muted. Stop.
I know, I
You're
was just
I know.
making
I
it
know.
that
I was
point.
like, you're
Yeah, it's a very dark green. Like, it looks black, but it is like a really dark shade of green.
All right. We should probably go get Steven in on this. Since we're on the subject of time, we're not sure what year it could be when we get out of here, if we get out. There are apparently at least 2 of these spheres.
Well, technically they were the same one, just pulled from different times.
Yes, but they were still both tangible, so they could be 2, they can be 1, they're one and the same. What we're saying is somehow, probably, an orb similar to the one you found is in Steven's bag. Was. And when we died fighting the hooded figure, there was one floating in a vat of ghouls, ghasts, trying to resurrect a god named Jewyblex. We stopped that, which is why the hooded figure attacked. But we weren't able to get the sphere. So long story short, something's wrong with time. And we have found ourselves in the middle of it. You maybe as well. Because where I come from in Krazik, you guys are already gone. Your legend is not gone. But as far as your species as a whole, there is no knowledge that you guys exist anymore.
You've never seen one of us?
Only as statues in art form. Never living. Never
I mean-
dead, for that matter. Never in the flesh.
Whiteleaf and Brighttail certainly would not have made it, but not even Jolt? Nobody?
I can't say I know any of the names.
He kind of hangs his head, and this is kind of the first time you've seen him a little bit despondent, you know?
Do his ears droop?
Of course.
During this sobering moment for Captain Hop, as it were, Stephen, you'd made your way into the room and gotten up to the coffin. Were able to surmise it was safe to open, kind of pushed it aside, finding a vampiric form inside. Looked to be the same vampire that you had just seen, and he's just in this paralysis, laying there within the coffin. What do you do? You can like hear like this is like during the same time. You can hear this conversation kind of going on in the background a little bit. At least like echoes of it. And I like the idea that Lagandu is like talking to Sans every once in a while, and he has this sword made of sunlight that's just a lightsaber.
Just waving around. Yeah.
Pretty good time.
I'll call out to everyone. He's in here. Hop, you sure you don't want the honor?
Kind of shake himself loose of the melancholy. All right. If you insist, I will gladly dispatch it once and for all. He'll make his way over to the crate or the crypt,
Okay.
the coffin.
While he's coming, do I see bracelets on the vampire's wrist?
Yeah, you kind of like look, kind of pulling back some of his like coverings on his arms. Yeah, you can see that he has. They look the exact same as what you had seen on Captain Hop.
Do I see a keyhole?
Brass bracelets. Yeah, little tiny holes on each of them.
Like the size of the key I already have?
No,
No.
doesn't seem to be the same size, as that black iron key. As you guys walk in the room, Hop is just pointing to the things that you don't want to step on.
So,
Unless he wants
Captain,
to trick one of you, of course.
that'd be funny. So, Captain, when you die in here, what happens?
Well, horrific death. And then nothing. And then back to the cage again.
And so, like, I'll point, like, you're right, he's got the bracelets. Hold out one of your wrists, Captain. Let me try something.
Sure, here you go. You know, it had never quite occurred to me that the game was rigged from the start. I never even considered maybe Ism wasn't behind it. Something this weird just seemed vampiric, I guess. I don't know.
There's a loud knocking sound goes through.
On Captain Hop's bracelets. or bracelet. I don't know how you're going to define that.
Yeah, and you see the manacle kind of like rattles a little bit. It just shakes on his wrist. And then nothing happens.
Never tried magic. Not magical. Just lucky. Good to know my tools aren't the only ones that couldn't fix this one. Although I wish it had.
Can I do an Arcana check on what, like, if I can try and deduce, like, what sort of thing I'm up against here? Because, like, based on my knowledge of the spell, it should open any lock.
That. Based on your knowledge of the spell, it should open any lock.
I'm going to try one more thing. I'm going to cast Dispel Magic.
Again, you kind of like reach out, focusing on these manacles, and again you see this, like, they just kind of like shake, and then nothing seems to happen.
I don't even get to roll for that one.
Nothing seems to happen.
Sheesh. Well, this is quite concerning, Captain.
You're telling me.
I'm by no means, the most learned of casters, but one of those two things should have worked. The rules of this place, I think, are not the rules of the real world.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly. Don't beat yourself up, though. I've tried and failed many times. On many things. I know I talked a big game, but now that I'm standing here, I actually don't know what I'm supposed to do. Stab him again, or...
I'll fish, like, something wooden out of my bag and hand it to him. You have to kill it with wood. Stake it through the heart.
Oh. If I had known that, I would have...
It only works when it's in his coffin. If you do it outside of the coffin, it just freezes him.
Huh. Are we sure that the rules of the real world are making any sense? He'll say, as he just puts the stake into the chest of the vampire.
Yeah, so with a cool little flourish, like as he's saying this, are we sure the rules of the world? He sticks it right into the heart of the vampire's chest, and you see from that point of his body, this starts to like little like fire, or like embers and ash, just as his body starts to literally turn to ash, and you see his eyes almost like flare open in this paralyzed state, but he's yet unable to move or scream or anything as his body disintegrates into nothingness, leaving behind a few things. One, an interesting looking sword. Two, a familiar to Stephen looking key. And three, right where that heart was impaled, there is a heart with a stake in it. It's like this deep purplish crimson color sitting there. Little slick, wet with blood. And it is beating. We'll take our 8:35 break. So, you're standing in a room. There's a beating vampire heart impaled inside this coffin. Also a sword and a black iron key.
How do I roll a deja vu check, Michael?
You don't get it. You don't even have to roll it. You just get it. I wish I had like a deja vu drop. I don't. I have nerdage.
It is time for nerding.
It's the
I'll
closest
just
thing I
turn
got.
and look at everyone. I was like, well, this is definitely weird.
Yeah,
So
this
I've been in
is
this.
gross.
I've been in this exact spot before, looking at this exact thing.
Well, it fits with our time distortion happenings.
Oh yeah,
Fits with the orb being one and the same. This room being one and the same. But like you said last time, you weren't able to explore anywhere in this, right? So now that it's earlier, we've got some exploring to do.
yeah.
Hop will pick up the key and say, "This doesn't look like it's going to fit my bracelets. Maybe this opens another door." I don't know.
I'll pull out the exact same key.
As Steven reaches into the bag and pulls it out. Hop, are you holding the key?
Yeah.
Both of you roll a d20. So as you pull it out, you all see it there in Steven's hands for a second, and then that same weird chronal thing that happened in the Cradle of the Death God. You see this like vibration, this weird vibration, and clearly Steven was just holding something, but it's not there. Hop is now the only one in the room holding the black iron key.
This is so cool and so freaky.
Well, anybody want that sword? Or somebody already got that sword? Maybe a more pertinent question?
Did we take that sword?
If only Fent were here, am I right?
I don't.
Oh
have
yeah,
it.
Fent's got it.
Or did Fent take it? I don't
Fent's
remember.
only
did
weapon.
take it. Yep.
Yeah, if you want to know what that sword does, feel free to look in Fent's folder. Because it's in there. If anybody wants it. Even would recognize the sword as
Oh, that's Life
one
Drinker.
that Fent wielded. Yep.
We got
Life
Light Trigger. Alright, well. I'm gonna go look over this way. You guys join me when ready.
What's
down this hallway?
Is it supposed to just stay here? Like, is it over?
Well, it's a great question, Captain. This, I will gesture to said coffin, is exactly how I found it. Which, for me, it's like, what, 4 months ago, Michael?
Yeah, about give or take 4 months,
Yeah.
I would think.
4 months ago. But I heard bits and pieces of y'all talking out there. You, new friend, aren't supposed to exist. I've read about your kind before, but they have passed out of knowledge at least 100 years ago. So I don't know what that means. And like I'll point to your bracelets. I don't know what the implication of those things are either. I mean, I guess it's good to know that you beat him pretty handily with 4 of us. So if he does come back, we can handle it, but yeah, we're kind of pioneering new ground, if you will.
Well, I can dig that. I can dig that for sure. Maybe we should try this key.
It still doesn't fit, right, Michael?
Oh, he meant like go and try and find a door.
Oh, got it.
Because I believe there
I know
are like 2 fog gates, I think.
There's
Yeah.
a fog gate to the south and a fog gate to the north.
North, yeah. Yeah, I've seen both gates. I haven't walked through them, but that was last time.
I've never
This
been
is
able to
now.
walk through them.
You also didn't have a key.
True. But it's just fog.
Have you, you haven't seen anyone else in here, right? Besides the Spawn and Ism?
3 Spawn, Ism, and me. Locked in a battle for eternity. Or something. I don't know. I mean, the only other thing was that this rapier did show up one day. And he holds up his rapier. A twist on the game, Ism called it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm not complaining though. Packs a hell of a punch.
Michael, there used to be, and maybe you removed it on purpose, an item for the sphere in the compendium or in our journal stuff. Do you remember where that is? You're muted.
Yeah. If you see the video there, you'd see me say, "Oh, it's in." And then I said, "Am I muted?" I'm muted. I think it's in Ani's folder for some reason. I think she was carrying it.
The one thing I hadn't opened yet. Got it.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a lot of non-translated stuff.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they're just all over the place at this point.
Well, but I was going to tell Captain Hop just what little we did know. And when I say we, I mean literally just Steven, because he's the only one who's been here. And would tell him about it being, he thinks it's something about like an abyssal prison, which, makes sense considering his time spent here thus far. And that he's looking for someone called Paragus. Hoping to find him somewhere in here.
Interesting. I think I probably understood maybe a third of what you're talking about there. I know we're in a sphere. I know it's a hellish place, and I know, time works differently here. But I hope we can find your friend. I'm down for that. That sounds like a fun time. And maybe we get these bracelets off, man. I'd like to get out of here.
Yeah, that would be great.
Where'd your Tabaxi friend go? Is he in the northeast? There's a fog gate up there.
You see the glow from his sword.
In the
Well,
northeast.
if you left, southwest. If you started walking out, and
Ah.
you would have seen him because he announced that he was going.
This
You
way.
would have seen him take up walking, yeah, to the left.
Got it.
As Hop walks away, Steven just looks a little bummed out. He was hoping to kind of like nerd out a little bit. He thought,
Is-
oh, like this guy will care. You know, he's been trapped here for whoever knows how long, and like nothing. Like, okay.
Is this untranslated text that's on the sphere's card? Is it on the sphere, or is it just fun lore stuff for you?
Fun lore stuff.
Okay.
It's like Steven tried to
Okay.
identify it and basically got gibberish back. And then once you guys identified some things within the sphere, more of it revealed itself.
Okay.
But it's lore. Mostly lore.
So there's just a fog gate down here?
Yeah, there is a fog gate. Just a roiling, falling fog from the ceiling.
Well, we can do this one or the other one, right? Hops,
Yeah.
you said you were lucky, right? Which one are you feeling?
Oh, we're already here. Why waste the movement to go all the way over there? One way is as good as another, I always say. And does Lagandu
Okay.
have an eye patch, or am I making that up?
You 100% made that up, but that's okay.
I couldn't find a picture of him. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. I was like,
Maybe some of his
okay.
fur is different colored there or something.
Yeah. I
In the
don't
light,
know.
that's just what you saw. I don't know. Good name.
Yeah, I do like that. Okay.
Cool nickname. I mean,
All right. Well, here goes nothing. If it blows me up or something, I guess wake me up when the cage comes back.
and
Hell.
you are currently holding the black iron key.
Hold it up.
Yeah, as you walk up there, standing before the thing, you hold it up, ready to do your like cool Dark Souls walk through the fog animation. But instead, you do the walk into invisible wall animation. You're just like standing there walking. Nothing's happening. And you just, for whatever reason, this gate doesn't seem to want to let you down. Want to let you through with that.
Yeah, that's a embarrassingly familiar sensation here. Maybe the other one. Keys have specific locks, right? And he'll make his way over to the northeast one.
Can I have that key for a second? Do you think your bracelets maybe are stopping you from leaving?
Oh, yeah, that could be it. Anything's possible in here. And he'll hand Lagandu the key.
I'll walk up to the wall and kind of press the key forward where the wall should, in theory, be.
It feels rather solid for being
Okay.
And yeah, as you dive back through the bits and pieces of lore that you've gotten about these gates over the thousands of hours that we played this game, it seems like
Steven will pull out the other key
interesting. Which key is this?
and the wooden skeleton key.
You pull out this other key and do the same, walking up to that door.
Sure.
And again, that same animation. You're unable to get through this gate. Mayhaps that means it leads to a different zone that you don't have a key for.
Yeah. To the northeast, then we go.
Here's your key back, Hops. Might as well belong to you.
Not belong. What belongs to any of us? You can have it if you want. Or I can take it. It doesn't matter.
Back to you.
All right, I'll keep it for us.
All right. Where's this northeastern gate you said?
Ah, this way.
You rolling. Ooh. To the northeast.
And Hop will try again.
Hop, as you walk that way, the fog kind of begins to slowly part, to slowly fade, and you're able to clearly walk down the hallway. Those of you following behind are able to do the same. Let me just bunch you because it's easier. This map didn't update yet to the new lighting situation, so I just will force your bodies through. Enjoy it.
And Hop will
Okay.
kind of just have, like, he's just in amazement. And he kind of is a little trepidatious just because this is a completely new thing after so much time to finally be out of the room. So he's just loving it.
Another step forward.
Before y'all start moving, let me just tell you what you see. You see wood-paneled walls of this long hall are scorched. Cracks in the panels reveal bare stone, similar to the previous chamber beneath. On the floor are 3 large circles that have been inscribed with intricate runes. Words. To the east is a pair of large steel double doors, which Lagandu was able to kind of see from where he previously was. So keep reading that. And above the central circle of the room hangs a massive steel orb about 20 feet above the ground, hanging from the 30-foot high ceiling. That is what you see from the edge of the hall that you're standing on. I'm just going to move the rock because that's what the rock sees. I don't know how zoomed in everyone is. Sorry if I'm getting you seasickness from shooting you around the map. With my ships.
Do we see a force field like we did in the entryway?
No. There doesn't appear to be any force fields that you can make out.
Steven will take a step forward. Does anything happen?
Yes.
Great.
That orb that's hanging in the center of the room above the camera rock, this large steel-looking orb begins to hum.
I'll step back.
Don't know if it stops. Let me just check my shit. It does. It currently continues to hum as you're standing there. Anyone do
Great.
anything?
It's just humming.
It is humming, and it's like a rising noise.
Like it's charging up.
Yeah, it sounds like it's
For,
charging up.
yeah. Okay.
And the furthest south circle begins to glow. And everyone roll for initiative.
Okay. Puzzle time?
Who's to say?
You know what? No, I'm not doing this. Every time I click this button, I roll like a 1. Honest to God, I think I rolled like a...
Well,
Fuck off.
I did roll a 1.
Incredible. Incredible.
Oh, I literally rolled the 7 twice. Awesome. I hate. Whatever. Should have been a Loxodon. Jesus.
We'll just go in order here. Pop, you see this happening. The furthest southmost circle begins to glow. All these like runes, like arcane looking magical runes, are glowing, and the hum is a humming. And it just seems to be humming loudly. That's it. Building, we'll say. It's building.
He'll step out into the room here and go, books, you got any thoughts on this one?
I have to wait till my turn.
I mean, you can respond freely if you want. Just
I mean, it
you
would.
can't do anything. You just like check wise until you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till I can do a check.
Is this a door, Michael?
Yes,
It's a steel door.
Two steel double doors.
Okay, that's okay. These angles sometimes are.
Yeah, and we don't have the nice like door thingy. These maps. Which is annoying. It should be up there.
Well,
A map 2 years ago, it happens. Or 3 years ago, I guess.
I assume that Hop can't mess with these doors from here yet.
You need to get one more. To get to
Okay.
the door.
Then he'll dash to be in front of the door. Oh,
Hold on.
I could dash with a bonus action because I'm a
Yeah.
rogue.
That you can.
He's a speedy boy.
And he will try to open the steel doors.
Describe to me how you're doing this.
He's going to try just to fling them open, either push or pull, just trying to like get them open.
They do not budge, almost as if they were locked.
Cool. He will get out his thieves' tools for his next round.
Okay. Tyson.
Where was the sphere moving again?
The sphere is in the center of the room. It's 20 feet above the ground. And it's like right above the central circle.
Like that
And
one?
then right where the camera rock is.
Oh,
And then the furthest south of the three circles on the ground is glowing. Like all these roots are glowing within them.
I don't know what to do. Wait for Stevens, the Time Wizard's assessment.
It is the Time Wizard's turn.
Do these look like teleportation circles?
They don't really look like teleportation circles to you.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Yeah. What are you trying to surmise?
What I think is going on in this room? Like they're similar-ish, but not teleportation circles. I guess maybe we'll start with the
Specifically
sphere.
inspecting the circles or the sphere?
Let's start with the sphere.
Okay. Yeah.
If I need to
as
make a
you-
different check, I can.
No, Arcana's good. As you're looking up there at the sphere, you actually can see some things. Um, Yeah, so the sphere you can see as it's sitting there humming, you actually pick up on some patterns or something that are etched into that like steel sphere. And within those patterns, you can see this arcane lightning starting to build up on the sphere. And with that 28, you can tell that it's going to be discharged any second.
Great. Can I make like another check on the circle?
If you do, it'll be your action.
That's fine.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so interesting. As you look at the circles, they all look to be similar glyphs on all three of them. Like it almost looks like three of the same repeated circles, and then the south one is glowing. Interestingly, with that 27, you can clearly see that the glyphs are like not real. Like they're intentionally misleading.
Mm-hmm.
The glyphs are meant, like, you can tell by the way they're arranged or formed, whatever, that they're meant to look like abjuration.
Like, oh, don't step on this, something bad will happen.
Or like abjuration, meaning like abjuration is like a very blocking, like a shielding situation. But in reality, they're all evocation based. And with the 27, you can just tell that literally all these runes do are make randomly generated light appear. That's all they do.
Do I think that you probably won't be able to answer. Do I think the trap is like, oh, lure people onto the runes and then because I'll be safe from the lightning, and that's when you get barbecued?
That could be one way to look at it, yeah.
Yeah, okay. I will tell everyone, hey, that thing's about to shoot out some lightning. Don't worry about the circles. They're here to throw us off. Let's go open that door and get out of here.
Anything else?
No, because I won't be able to help open the door.
Lagan do?
I mean, Hobbs tried to push open the door. That didn't work. I don't really have anything to help push open the door otherwise. I open door. Lightning's about to hit. Rather not get fried. Like. I think he would stay.
Lagandu stays
In an
put.
attempt to not get fried by lightning.
The sounds sound like the hum sounds like it's coming to a crescendo, but Hop has beat it to the punch. 21. What do you do, Hop?
Hop is getting his thieves' tools ready, and he looks at Dyson and says, "What did Book say, Scales? I can't hear him over the sound of this humming." And we'll try to lockpick the door. It has a visible lock, right?
It does have a visible lock, and as you like get close to it, you can actually see that it's like a black iron lock.
Oh. Then he just try the key.
Yeah, you want to try the key?
Yeah, I'll try the key.
Yeah, you push the key in and turn it, and it just you have your thieves' tools in one hand, and you're like, it seems unlocked.
And it's unlocked?
Yep.
Huh. Well, I love when a plan comes together. And he'll throw open the doors.
Right. You throw the doors open, and you can see into another chamber. This kind of like warm. You feel this immediately warm feeling. Like it's a much hotter chamber, and there's this immediate like smell of incense that hangs in the hot air. From what you can see down the stairs, the walls are covered with silk tapestries of greens and yellows and blues and pinks. The floors are littered with cushions and rugs and all sorts of things. And there seems to be like a woman lounging on some of the pillows in the back of the room.
He will walk in.
Right? She doesn't seem to like move you immediately, like towards you immediately. She's just like kind of like laying there. Can't really see her face, but you can like kind of just make out her form, like kind of like Princess Leia, Jabba the Hutt kind of looks. But like you can't see her face. Maybe she's sleeping, resting. Hard to tell.
And he call out to her, or is his actions done?
Yeah, you can yell something.
Oh, hello there. Didn't see you there. Found the key to your door in my room, which is just next door. Don't ask why I haven't visited before. Name's Hop. Do you listen to that humming all the time?
You can see it like her body like shudders a little bit, and she slowly starts to look over, but you can't quite see her face. And then it's someone else's turn. Dyson, sadly, the only person in this room, technically, within the reach of the lightning. Some lightning damage does shoot out, and I need a dexterity saving throw, if you will. My lad. Oh, gods be good. Yeah, he will take the full complement of Damasio. 22 points of electricity or lightning damage as the orb discharges. And dives into you, to your eye from there. It looks like the lightning does not hit in the southernmost thing. Just looks like it doesn't hit there. And then it stops glowing, and the hum begins again. just slow again, like building. And the northernmost circle begins to glow. But it is now your go. You've been like,
He will. After being shocked, annoyingly, exit this room to.
you see the same things that I previously described. I won't describe them again.
That's alright.
Anything else, David?
No.
All right, Steven?
A lighting situation.
It's dark in here.
Cool. Stephen will then shadow walk to there and
I don't know if I put lights in this room. This room is made by like achievements and stuff. Just, but you would be able to shadow walk somebody that just
Cool.
fine. Lagandu?
Here.
Mm-hmm.
We will dash up to here.
Love it.
Quick.
You've defeated my circle trap.
Circle trap with key. Gets him every time.
It's them every time. I was excited to see your roll. You know, the old circle trap situation. After you all enter the room, you hear it discharge again, this massive hum, and then it just slowly begins to stop humming. And the cool drum music goes away. And you are in the room as I described. And this woman kind of rolls over. She looks human. Like that. Wearing like this like really nice dress and these like brass like ornaments all over. She has necklaces, bracelets. Among those bracelets, you see two very distinct bracelets, kind of hidden amongst these like leather strips, as well as like other like smaller golden and silver bracelets. She also has this headband. It's like gilded tiara type deal. So the song I can never get the right thing for my ears, but I like it, so we're dealing with it. And she kind of just like lazily rolls over after like the moment of surprise, and looks at you, Hop. Oh, very nice to meet someone new. Welcome, please. And she kind of like gets up and wanders to like another area, and there's like this like really fancy looking hookah sitting there, and she like grabs it and just starts like puffing on it, and it's got like multiple hoses, and she like gestures for you to like all like join her, like, sit on cushions around the room.
Yeah, it's nice to meet somebody too. I just tripled the amount of friends I've had the last several days, weeks, decades. I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Francesca. It's nice to meet you.
Pancheska with the P?
With a P, yes.
Oh, it's a lovely name. How, well, I was going to ask how long you've been here, but I think you and I both know. Nobody knows.
Yes, I've lost track of time. Quite a long time within this chamber. Did Isam send you?
You could say that.
How do you know Ism?
Well, he's the warden over this area, isn't he? Are you familiar? She just
No,
takes it.
actually.
Draw.
No, we
What was
kind of
that?
just got here.
Oh, fresh. You not so fresh. And she like gestures to the bracelets.
No. I've been here a long time. And yeah, Ism and I are great friends. Would you mind telling me your relationship with Ism? And he's actually going to try and use panache on her.
Love to see it. Okay.
I can.
Panache.
All right, make a persuasion check. Okay. Why can't I see all the things I need to see on the sheet?
Jeez, your charisma's off the charts, Nate.
I'm a suave individual.
Yeah, you rolled a
That'd be
6
flashy, but
and got a
yeah.
19.
Rogue stuff, man. Rogue stuff.
Okay, contested by instinct. GM rolling. Did you have guidance on that?
No, I
Okay,
don't know where the
just add
plus
that
one
for
came
me.
from.
Is that important?
Might be.
It depends.
Jeez. What a bummer.
Oh, I see. I had the global save modifier on for some reason.
Yeah, she kind of like bats her eyes at you a little bit in like this almost flirtatious way. Isam and I are close. He visits me from time to time. I thought maybe that's why he sent you. And she like pats it toward next to him.
No, nothing like that, Pancheska. We're trying to find a man named Paragus, I think his name was. Have you encountered somebody like that? And he kind of looks back to Steven like, did I get that right?
And she kind of looks at you again. No, I don't think a Paragus has come through here. Not many do. This is new for me. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. She pats again, like, why don't you just come sit down? And Hop kind of shrugs, and then he comes and sits next to her.
He is a rabbit.
Yeah. Where do these other doors lead, Pancheska?
Great question. She goes to her notes. Bu- 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 Oh, these are just my closets. A girl needs a number of adornments.
Is that my insight checker?
Yeah. Seems to be telling the truth. Oh, why doesn't everyone join me? It's been so long since I've had visitors. And she like smokes the pipe and she like smiles towards you, Hop.
Do I still have my wits about me, or am I
Yeah.
charmed
You
in
seem-
some way?
You seem good, but yeah, she seems like such a cool, nice friend. Like you've known her forever. Not
Hop,
that you have known her forever, but you feel like you. She seems trusting.
Right.
She seems absolutely.
got it. So he would not have reason to just casually look at his rapier, right? No reason to do that.
Why would you do
Okay.
that in this
No.
safe space?
She seems cool.
Seems really fucking cool.
Yeah, guys, come sit down.
Got a
She seems
hookah?
cool.
Yeah, she seems very cool.
I'm gonna go here.
Yeah. Are you sitting?
Can I? No, I'm standing. I want to do a, I guess, perception check
Mhm.
to see if she's wearing, I guess, another key or anything that is not just the bracelets and her
Yeah.
headband and stuff. Something that's like, that's weird, but sure.
No, I love that. Do it. Perception check is good. Or investigation with you.
Love it.
The best you got on her, you don't see anything out of like the ordinary, but it does appear that she is wearing a large amount of gold pieces worth of jewelry. If you didn't already know about the bracelets, they would have blended in very
Look normal.
clearly with the rest of everything else. But you know that they're there because you've seen them before. Everything else, it doesn't seem like there's anything else out of the ordinary. I'm gonna get rid of these fucking circles that are just spinning for no reason. I think that actually resets the counter when they go away. I think I figured it out. If anyone's wondering. Cool.
So, Francesca, how come you and Hop have those bracelets on and we don't? Is that something we'll get later?
Well, as I said, I don't see many visitors, but I assume if you're meant to stay here, you'll get them soon enough.
How'd you get yours?
It was a long time ago. I recall just having them. What about you, Hop? And she just kind of looks at you. Do you remember where you got yours?
He just takes the hookah, takes the draw on it, and goes, "No, not really. I can just tell you it's been a long time."
And instead of like smoking on the hookah like thing that she had, she like kind of like grabs yours and then puts it back to you. And then like kind of breathes the smoke into your face. That's very cute. I am quite curious about you three. Being so fresh. I'm so glad that you stumbled upon my room. I do what I can. She kind of like looks around at all the like. It's like pretty extravagant looking. It's like it's very nice.
Yeah, it's certainly a nicer setup than Hop has.
Hop,
Is him give you all these things?
and she kind of like looks at you and you. Yes, many of them are from Ism. He, and then she kind of looks over like to Hop. Like you, seem to be able to move about. I, on the other hand, am stuck. Not that I dislike my chamber. It's beautiful, and as Ism tells me, his is quite not my taste. And as I can see, there are dangers lurking everywhere. And she's like motioning towards that room that you guys just passed through, which the doors were still open. Sometimes I'm happy I can't simply walk into that room. But other times I wish that I could explore a bit more. Mayhaps if I were relieved of my shackles, I could. You wouldn't have to have any way for me to do that, would you?
No, sorry. I already tried it for Hop. Didn't work.
It's too bad. Well, what are your motives? Where will you go from here?
Well, this is the first place we've stopped.
Really? Oh, nice.
Do you mind if I peek in your closets?
Sure. Just don't take anything. Like, kind of like smiles and laughs.
Hop chokes
Okay.
on the hookah on that question.
I'll go and open this door.
Yeah. It looks as though, as she kind of
Closet.
looks like a closet. There's a bunch of like fancy dresses and like nice looking things hanging in those closets. All different styles from like it looks like different cultures, possibly even different times. And I mean like a lot of jewelry as well, like hanging in here. Like just like glance, you're like there's like hundreds of gold pieces worth of jewelry hanging in these closets, along with all the clothes.
As I'm looking through the second one,
Mhm.
I will, with my back to her, use the Wand of Secrets.
Love that. Yeah, as you expend a charge, can you put the text? Because I don't remember exactly how it works. Ah,
Oh, that text? Whoops.
stupid. It's so annoying. I'll look it up.
I can find it on the compendium.
I don't know if it is. Oh, it is.
Oh, it's not. It doesn't even have anything on the compendium. That's stupid.
Yeah, it's funny because it's like not in the actual like here. Okay, the wand does 3 charges while holding it. You can just extra something charging it. If the secret door or traps, the wand pulses and points at one nearest to you. 3D. Yes. I will just do this. You can see where that half of an S is.
Yep.
That there
Got
is a secret door there. Did I forget the fucking rock? Will, gotta tell me these things. So you can see everything. Don't want to leave me in the dark, Will.
Unlike Croft, who I literally can't see at all.
He's
Oh, there you go.
There.
Oh, Dark Croft. Gotcha.
Yeah, Dark Croft.
Dark Croft.
So, Francesca, you never leave this room?
No, I am trapped here.
Do you get food?
Insight
Right.
check that real quick.
If I desire it, please someone bring me food. Yes, but I don't think I need it. Are you
Because
hungry?
you
I
never
could
get
probably
hungry?
get something. No, sometimes I just want to eat something.
I mean, a snack wouldn't
What do
be
you eat?
bad.
Depends. A grape from now and then. Good.
Fruit wouldn't be
I
too
have a
bad.
very, very nice dish with rice that I enjoy.
Rice.
I just eat it sometimes. I don't really need it. I think my predicament here makes it so I am forever satiated. And though that may sound like a good thing, as again I say, I have a very nice thing going here, but it does get quite boring from time to time. You can see why I love your company. And she like laughs and like pats Hop's face.
Can I make an insight check on that? She's never left the room.
Yeah. Yeah, she seems to be telling the truth.
Go.
Like, takes another long drag.
Well,
I'm waiting on you on the secrets, boy.
yeah. Well, Francesca, it was lovely meeting you. I do think it is best that we we keep going. We do have to find my friend.
Are you walking over that direction?
Yes.
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
You feel as something starts to like overcome your mind and you're able to shake it off. And there's this like kind of flash of like something on her face, maybe like a little bit of frustration. Where are you going there, friend?
Well, we've already put you out.
She takes a
much
step
more than we
closer.
meant to.
Where are you going, friend?
What's the matter, Francesca?
Where are you going, friend? She takes another step closer.
For hopefully cinematics' sake, you'll let me do this. I will push, like looking at her, just like push my hand where I think the door is, and like let's just say it opens because that'd be super cool.
Roll for initiative.
Yeah.
Roll with the roll with the roll with the roll with the roll for initiative.
Oh boy. Okay.
A crossbow bolt's just gonna come out of nowhere.
All right, so as things are boiling over, as this is all happening, Dyson, you're kind of like standing there on the stairs, watching it all unfold. You can see Steven like reaching his hand back toward the door. You can see her like rising up and almost like rising up a little taller than you expected her to be, as she's like kind of pacing towards Steven. Pop, I gotta figure out exactly what you're doing at the moment.
Smoking hookah, he's sitting down.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, you are just kind of smoking a hookah right now. Cool. And that's what's happening, Dyson.
Quick question. Has more than an hour passed since we killed the spawn?
Probably not. You're probably within the same hour as killing the spawn.
Okay.
I would say you're like probably in the 45 to 50-minute zone, but I don't think an hour has passed yet. But it's like closer to an hour than not an hour. If that makes sense.
Just curious if my spell buff was still on.
Buff away.
So.
What do you want to do? You want to sit down and smoke some hookah?
No. He's been back here leaning against the wall specifically.
I've envisioned him just leaning the whole time. Like, it just
Look of pure disdain on his face.
Yeah, peering through
what the fuck's happening right now?
slit in his helm.
He seems chill, man.
What's
It's almost like I just built a character with you, Nate, and so I like had this. I think he might feel the same.
what's her physical demeanor look like towards Steven?
Aggressive.
Aggressive, like about to get physical in the bad way aggressive?
Make an insight check.
Oh God, I'm not great at this.
Yeah, you can actually like see some like tensing in her muscles as she's wearing this like, very skimpy backless deal. There's this tensing in the muscles in her neck and in her back. Like you can tell she's like tensing in anger. That it looks, like if the wrong move is made, you can tell she's going to go off the rocker. Whatever that means exactly for her, you don't know, obviously, but it just you're at that tension point. That's what you notice as this thing like quote unquote pops off. Doesn't necessarily mean we're in combat. I just wanted some more intense music and a round by round situation.
Anything to put that music on, right?
Basically. I was really hoping that we'd get to a point where I could use this music. Ain't that right, Tom? But didn't quite get that right. So.
I got close.
Still
Who's to say we're out of that range, though?
Dyson will suddenly appear in front of Pop and the Gandu. his luck blade drawn, and he will hold it over her collarbone against the neck. Not touching.
Cool.
One more move, witch, and you'll lose a head.
Cool.
And he holds his action.
Hop, you're happy to be hooking at the moment. Your friends are kind of mad, it seems like,
Kill
at
the
each
vibe.
other. Like, it seems like there's like a weird tension in the room. So like you deal with that however you want to deal with that. Like, whoa, you know, like
Yeah.
your
Hop's
friends are
just
mad
like,
at each other.
whoa, guys, like it's fine, like we're chill, and he'll just keep smoking.
Yeah, your friends
Imagine
are mad.
Hop like counting the tubes of like, wait a minute, there's 5 tubes here. There's enough for all of us.
Steven?
I assume like opening the door would be an action. You're not letting me have my cool cinematic moment.
No, you're reaching for the door, and things are
Okay.
popping off. So you decide if you want to continue that move or if you want to.
If she makes any sort of a continuation of her aggressive movement, tries anything, I'm holding my action. That will trigger it.
Is it spell?
It is not a spell.
Okay, cool. Because yeah, if it's a spell, it's concentration.
Yep. It's not.
Love that. So she just kind of like stands there, and like you see her like look around to see that Dyson is there, and look to you. She exhales and kind of loosens her shoulders a bit. Kind of like raises her hand. Forgive me. I quick to anger. When you noticed the exits, I thought you would just leave. I saw the opportunity of my freedom slipping away. I do not wish to die. I do not wish for anyone here to die. I wish to be rid of this place, and I will help you any way I can. There is an exit there. There is also an exit to the south. You can take anything from this room. I will give you any information, so long that you come back for me. And she kind of like raises her wrist, and you see this like those brass things. You can see the little keyholes. Same things that are in Hop. And as she like looks down to Hop, she'll close her eyes, and Hop, the fog is gone from your mind, and you know you were trumped clearly. Where that fog just kind of goes away.
He kind of looks around sheepishly and then just takes another pull of the hookah, like trying to pull off that he was not charmed.
I do not know what is beyond those doors. What I do know is that Isam is the warden of this zone, but he is, she doesn't know he's dead. He is a prisoner, just like me, just like Hop, and just like you will be if you fall into the wrong hands. The liches are the true people in charge here. I've never seen one, but Eason has encountered them. I beg of you, let me live. You can use this chamber as a safe haven.
Steven let out like a real heavy groan at the word lich.
It was not just singular.
No, I know. I'm very aware. But I'd like to make a quick insight check on her little speech deal. Oh boy. Wow.
See,
If she
she's
passed-
telling the truth.
She passed all the other ones. I think she's going to pass that one.
Seems to be telling the truth. If anyone wants to act in rounds right now, let me know. Or if we can go into regular RPs. let me
Since
know.
Hops isn't needing to be shaken out of his thing, Lagando will come over and just kind of put a hand on Dyson's hand and just lower it, or attempt to lower it.
He will
I think-
stow his left leg.
We are of the same mind at the moment. We want out of here, I think, is just as bad as you do. So if we can use this place as, say, an area of rest if we need it, we can go through. We shall see where some of these doors lead and see if we can't find a way to get those bracelets off your arms, off Hops's arms. Maybe find a complete exit while we're at it.
She kind of bows her head a little bit. Sighs. And just kind of stands there for a moment.
I do want to, if we're gonna go, let's do this. When we go through one of these doors, if something happens to you or if someone else comes in here, whether it be one of these liches, whether it's what was the vampire's name?
Ism. Messy.
Anything that you need to signal to us that something's wrong or right, or maybe that they're onto us. Leave one of your closet doors open. Closed otherwise.
He will kind of walk up to both of the closet doors and shut them, as if she understands this cool, badass kid.
Love that. That's smart.
Oh, I hate when stuff is not awake.
And
Just ignore those weird little shadows.
hey, Hops, what flavor's in that?
Great, man.
Grape? Okay,
Hell yeah.
remember that. Everybody. Jesus.
So you've never seen anyone come through these exits, Pancheska?
No, only Ethan has moved through, but no one else.
Okay. Well, like my friend said, it appears we are of similar mind. So, while we certainly, like you, don't know what lies beyond this area, if it's in our power to do so, we will try to set you free.
He gives you like a solemn like nod and like real look, where you feel like her defenses don't seem nearly as high as they have. But you do get the idea that she's a good bullshitter. She does seem to be very straight in this moment.
I didn't need an insight check to tell me that. Well, shall we?
Can we get this open?
Do you even want to push it?
Yeah.
All right. Even pushes it. Okay. Did it work? Come on, please. Okay, what do we see is the question.
Nothing at the moment.
So this, so this door is kind of pushed in. Francesca, like, looks at that, opening that is now there, and kind of a sigh as she knows that she will not be able to pass through. And she just kind of like slowly walks back to a pile, looks at Hop, gives him kind of like this like knowing look, like almost apologetic, but not quite, but almost. And then just kind of will sit down, look at Dyson, give you like a nod, like, yeah, I know, you could have done me in. And Lagandu is like, gotcha, and then she'll sit down and then look towards the door where you're able to start walking down a hallway. And as you make, oh god, I hate when you pass like a time and night shift turns on your iPad. That's really weird, and I hated that. Mess with my eyes. But you make your way through this passageway, investigating this area. You can hear something at first, barely audible. Change the sounds because I think that's one for what's happening. But I don't remember what anything is called. I'll just go here. This sounds better. Yeah. At first, barely audible, but as you quiet your steps, kind of turn your attention more towards the sound, it begins to cut through the silence more and more.
He takes the broken, makes them whole. He takes the torn and he restores. He purges weakness from the soul. Hail Sodanus, test us more. He purges every doubting thought. He gives to us a brand new start. He separates the weak and strong. Hail Sodanus, test us more. He weaves together light and dark. He magnifies what's in our heart. The muster will reveal the strong. Hail Sodanus, test us more. 10,512,355. He takes the broken, makes them whole. He takes the torn and he restores. He purges weakness from the soul. Hail, Suldanas Testus More. He purges every doubting thought. He gives to us a brand new start. He separates the weak and strong. Hail, Suldanas Testus More. He weaves together dark and light. He magnifies what's in our heart. The muster will reveal the strong. Hail, Suldanas Testus More. 10,512,356.
All right, guys. Clearly, we picked the wrong door. Let's go in the other one.
Yeah.
Shuts the door.
Or
Please.
suck.
Kill us, Francesco. Kill us.
Jessica, can you not hear that?
As you kind of travel down the hallway, as you turn this corner and see into the room, there are a few immediate things that catch your eye. The first is what appears to be a mechanical bird, frequently dipping its beak toward the floor, as if it were drinking water from a water source. Each beak kind of hits in perfect rhythm. And for those of you that might be more musically inclined, you'd be able to kind of hear that it's keeping time for the song that's echoing through the room. In the front corner of the room, there is this set of ornate plate mail armor, steel mail that is emanating this light, this glow, as if it were some sort of torch or lamp. But there isn't anything foreign to the armor that you see, or that like you can see on it that's causing this light. But it's producing light. And of course, the most notable thing about the room. Let's see if I can grab the dynamic lighting so you can actually get in there if you want. Is a figure sitting on the ground with his back against the floor. The creature appears small, maybe 3 feet tall, if he were to stand up fully. But standing up fully isn't something that looks to have happened anytime recently. His legs are fully outstretched in front of him, flat on the ground. And just above his ankle is a 3-foot-long rod, steel rod, holding his legs to the ground. To your eye, it appears that the rod is so low to the ground that it has crushed the bones in his ankles and legs. And then the ends of the rods are encased in like cubes of stone. His left arm is in a similar predicament, held by another rod against the far wall of the room, like above his head. Each end of that rod, too, is encased in stone. The rod appears to have crushed his wrist so far into the wall that it seems like there can't be much other than skin that could fit between the wall and the rod. And then in his right hand is a 1-gallon jug. The outside of it is stained with all manner of stains. Those of you with culinary proclivities, you can see the remnants of what looks like wine, maybe like globules of honey, maybe some other cooking ingredients outside the jug, beside which is a set of tools. Fairly unfamiliar looking tools, but they seem to be designed to be able to stone or metals. They're all pretty small. The humanoid himself seems quite emaciated, and it would be easy to be confused why such an upbeat tune was being repeated by someone in this condition. As this is continuing, he's up to 10,512,359 at this point. His head is slouched, probably too weak to lift. He is naked, other than a small cloth garment covering him from the waist to the knee. and he's sitting upon a steel grate, and you know very quickly what's under that grate, because this entire room smells worse than the worst outhouse at the worst pub in all of the Vale. How long have they been here? You might ask yourself as we hear 10,512,361 from the back of the cell. And then the singing stops.
Well, are you here to help me? Or are you here to finish it?
And as he speaks, he slowly raises his head. And you see something you may not have been quite prepared for. A bulbous nose, long pointy ears, and a patchy beard. This creature is unlike anything you have seen before. The game is yours, my friend.
He's not a halfling, right? That's what the...
So much smaller. Is it because of the
Is he a
emaciation?
gnome?
Is it because he's emaciated that he looks so small?
Quick clarification. When you outlawed gnomes in the beginning, it's because they were extinct in the Vale, correct?
Yeah, no, I've never seen a gnome in the Vale.
Okay, cool. But it's a different situation from the Heron Gone of like, oh, we know what they are. We might have read about them. They're just not here anymore. That one's like, no, they just were never there.
Jen, as far as
Yeah.
you guys have an idea. Gnomes. What's a gnome?
Yeah. Well,
You can certainly roll a history check if you would like.
sure, why not? My roll 20's been actually like kind of working today, so we're gonna take advantage.
There may be the slightest bit of information that you've come across in the Briarwood lexicon of books about the idea of what gnomes were, but I mean they're so long gone.
Yeah. Cool.
And not a lot is known about them.
Great.
It's just a little sad, man.
Why are
Sounds
you stuck to the wall?
Well, of course someone's stuck me to the wall.
Doesn't answer my question.
I see. I was not stuck to the wall, and someone took it upon themselves to stick me to the wall. I really had no agency in the matter, and here we are.
Does he have bracelets on?
He does not.
Food and the shitting.
What did you say, Crow?
Hence the foul smell.
Oh, yeah. Well, friend, I guess we can try to help. I don't know how. Let's start with your name.
Of course. How rude of me to have guests in my, I guess, home. Not that I chose this home, but I suppose it's mine. I guess. Allow me to introduce myself, Zaman Thunderback, the inventive. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, and may I ask, who might I have the pleasure of meeting? And he's like, pretty overwhelmingly chipper for somebody who is in his current situation.
Zaman Thunderback, the Inventive. Well, I am Steven, Wizard of the First Order.
Very good. Very good. Nice to meet you. And your friends, compatriots, mercenaries, perhaps? Bodyguards?
One of those.
That seems racist since they're all animal folk.
Yeah.
Well, if I may,
racist.
if I may retreat to my, if I may retreat to my thesis statement, or are you going to help me, or are you here to finish it? He takes a sip of his jug there.
Which do you want? So, like, it looks like your body's seen better days.
Oh, yes, yes, indeed. But yeah, I always say a sharp mind is more important than a sharp body. And if I could just get myself combobulated, as it were, I'm sure everything would be fine. Nothing that I haven't gone through before. A little pain kind of steels the will, drives us towards something greater. If you would, you know, I feel like I'm at the bottom and could be on my way up. But I, at the same time, recognize the predicament I'm in. I am not able to stop you if you were wanting to do me in. Would be a pity, though. Would be a shame. Would hate not to be able to join the rest, searching for Nirvana as directed by the Prime. But into every life a little rain must fall, I suppose.
No, we'll help you. Just like I said, didn't know what you were wanting. Zoman? How did I say it again?
Zoman's the name.
Zoman.
I'll
Can I do
that.
I'll go up and look. Can I do like an investigation to see how he's stuck to the wall?
He would stop you and be like, "Oh, no need to look around. I know the quandary that I'm in quite well. Quite an inventive device. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the toughest nut to crack. The immovable rod is quite stationary, and as you've seen, it has me pinned down very easily. Deactivated. There's a little button on the end of it, but I'm afraid my compatriot knew that I would be able to find my way out quickly. And so the button has been hidden under this stone, and try as I might, I do not have the tools or the constitution at the current time to be able to get through the stone and push the release mechanism. Quite an inventive little thing, a little trinket, not as good as some that I have been around, but quite useful, as you see.
I'm sorry, you said compatriot did this to you?
Oh, yes. Yes, I would still say, I don't know friend, but family for sure. We're all family. Tilly Winklebottom and I came in here together on our quest, and apparently we had different motivations, unbeknownst to me. So I don't know why she did what she did, but Tilly is a good lass, and I suppose she had her reasons. I would like to have a chance to discuss with her and make amends over a pint, if it were. But yes, she certainly, although apparently not wanting to off me entirely, has decided that she did not want me to continue doing what I came here to do.
So, you walked in here. You didn't just wake up in here?
Not exactly. we are an inventive lot. And when there is a mechanism, our folk are quite inventive on being able to crack a code, as it were. I chose to come in here. I was following someone, or at least I hoped that I was following someone. You never know if you're on the right track, but here we are.
You keep saying you folk. What are you? I've never seen a creature like you before.
Oh, well, there are very, very few of us left, and we tend to keep to ourselves. Most of us have gathered together what is left of us. 5, 7, 900 of us or so. Last that I counted, but quite some time has passed. We keep to ourselves, although I think that is for the best. Our inventiveness and some of our ideas might be a little too far advanced to be trusted to the rest of the world, although I see some bastardization of those technologies may have made their way out into the world. And you'll notice that, like, as he says that, he's kind of cutting his eyes toward Dyson. Anyhow, as it were, I reside in Boko Bastion. A lot of us are there, nearly all of us, as far as I know. We don't presume or care to go out in the world. Lot of mistrust. A lot of folks will try to use Archive for their nefarious deeds because of what we're able to tinker up, as it were.
Do these doors in front of me look locked?
Si, senor. Sorry.
Is there an actual lock on them?
There appears to be a little keyhole.
Okay.
So what are you called then?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I not introduce myself? My name is Zoman Thunderback.
No, your people, Zilman. Your people.
Oh, my family. Yes, we are, of course, gnomes.
And what is it?
Yeah, of course, a gnome. This has been a strange day, Zilman. So basically, I have to like break through the rock to get to the end of the immovable rod.
That's what it seems like. Seems like the stone has been formed, shaped, if you will, around the end of the rod.
Hey, Hops, you want to give this door a try?
Yeah, of course. You got the key?
I believe you have the key.
Oh, yeah. I guess I do.
And if you don't have the key, you probably have other ways. That's just a guess.
I was a little distracted by the last room. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Michael, it's
Francesca's still in the doorway, just like
I know, that's what I was about to make that comment of like it's kind of ominous that she's just standing there.
can't get through the doorway.
Yeah.
He will try his iron key.
I had that typed earlier. I sent it. Si, senor.
It opened.
It opens, and beyond you can see
A fog gate.
Yeah, you actually can see two. It's just weirdly dynamic. There's one that goes more to the north and one that goes to the south.
Ooh, angled fog gates.
Mm-hmm.
Well, never fear, Goggles. We'll see. We'll see if we can't press that button for you. Get get you on out of there. We're trying to get out of here, actually.
I was gonna say, Francesca in the background. You can press my button.
I do just want it on record that Captain Hop is not a womanizer. He does not subscribe to such archetypes of swashbucklers.
Well, it didn't have to be because you were charmed.
That's true.
So it seems she's a rabbitizer, if I were to say.
Yeah. The amount of
What's the
furry
word
porn I had to go
furries?
through to get to get my photo. I'm well familiar. He's going to you just kind of clap Lagandu on the back and say, "Come on, Eye Patch. Let's see if what's around the bend here."
Well, you're going. I understand. I must get back to my singing. It's how I mark the passage of time. So good to have met you. He takes the broken, makes them whole.
No,
He takes
wait a
the
second. Hey, no, stop.
Yes, I don't want to lose my place. I must.
Hop, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
That should be fun.
As you step, the familiar feeling of a pit trap opens below you, and you spring to your senses and dodge out of the way. But just so you know,
Gotta watch that. Yep, I'm familiar with that.
I'll just kind of call to Hop and Lagandu. Is there a reason y'all are leaving already?
I mean, we don't all four have to help that guy, right? You can handle it.
Yeah, you want to stand staring at a wall? Be my guest. I'm trying to fix the problem.
I will look at Dyson and say, do you have anything that can break the stone?
Maybe. Can Dyson inspect the stone?
yeah, absolutely.
Because I have something, Dyson, but if you've already got a tool you're more familiar with, go for it.
Well, I don't exactly have something I know will work. Definition? What sort of stone, I guess, does this look like?
I mean, it's it looks almost as if the wall was almost warped around it in a way, and it's been shaped.
Okay, so it's the same stone as the...
stone shaped, one might say.
Perhaps.
So the same stone as the walls and the floor.
Yeah, generally. I mean, it doesn't it blends in essentially with that.
I can certainly try to break through the rocks. It just may take some time. He findangles with some of his toolkits, and he's not proficient, but I'm sure he could make some stone carving tools.
Steven will pull out a massive, I shouldn't say massive, but the Frost brand Warhammer, and say, do we just want to use this?
Few good swings, perhaps.
Yeah, let me get a pitten or python.
Ooh, there you go. Love that.
You hold it, I'll swing.
Great.
You're gonna have to
crit
roll
fail. Crit fail.
a d20. You are gonna have to roll a d20. Dyson is a 13th level, very good with weaponry.
What do you want me to roll?
Always just a d20.
Just a flat d20?
I'm looking for that 5% crushing Steven hand check.
Oh my god, I'm kind of hoping for that.
Not the best strike you've ever done, but you're a solid. You literally had to roll a 1 if you were going to crush Steven's hand.
I'm sure Steven got a little skittish and moved.
Yeah,
slightly.
Steven's nerves made Dyson almost mess up.
Yeah.
Who knows whose fault it was ultimately? But yeah, that does seem to like dent and crack away the stone. A few more good strikes, and you realize that the button is on the other side, and you have to move to the other side to find it. Just kidding. No, a few more good strikes, and you will be able to reveal the button on. It just takes a little bit of finessing, but yeah, you're able to kind of get the stone chipped away, reveal both those buttons. Which all you got to do is click them. The immovable rods will move.
There was
again.
2, right? Rods.
Dose rods.
Dyson takes them.
Kind of like, oh yeah. Dyson doesn't walk anymore. He only monkey bars everywhere he goes.
I don't know if these were yours or not, but they're mine now.
I'd be just fine never to see them again. I've been looking at them for over 10 million iterations of the prophecy. Of course, I'm fine with you taking them. If I could bother you to do me one more favor. As you can see, I'm in quite a predicament. I don't think the old bones would support my weight. Could you be so kind as to drag my armor over to me? It's right over there in the corner.
Your armor?
Yes. It's the light. Just go over to the light. You see it there, the light. And I think once I have the armor, everything will be fine. It's quite spectacular, quite an inventive thing that it is. Helps hold the bones together, as it were, if I could just get it on.
Does this armor strike a familiar chord with Dyson?
Yeah, as you like walk over to it, and it is the thing, and it's the thing that is emitting light in the room, in the far corner, opposite side of Zoman. Yeah, it's like gears and clockworks, and like there's as you look at it, it doesn't look like crazy, but like as you kind of look inside, and like Dyson's eye specifically, like there is something about that armor that reminds you of things about your own, right? Like but it looks different. It looks like an earlier iteration, possibly.
And one that's probably doesn't require the use of psionics.
Exactly. Yeah.
Operate.
Moose, don't do that.
But it looks pretty spectacular. Definitely of interest, I think.
He initially thinks to pick up his name is Zoman. But then when he leans over, and it's just not pleasant smelling, he's gonna go grab the armor and bring it over to him and let him deal with that.
It is pretty terrible. Pretty terrible.
Yeah, he
So-
will drag the armor over to Zoman, and you seem pretty handy, and I'm sure you can get the rest of the job done yourself, right?
Yes, of course. You've done so much already. I really appreciate your help. Hopefully, I will be able to find a way to pay you back. And you watch as he kind of picks up those tools that are beside the jug and places them on the armor. And as he does, he gives it a little pat, almost like he's petting a family pet. And the tools kind of fuse into the armor, into the chest piece of the armor. And then something fairly spectacular happens, where this broken leg, broken ankle on both legs, broken wrist, armed gnome starts putting on this armor, and and it takes him 1 turn, 6 seconds. And he has the entire set of armor on and is standing completely unaided, flexing his arms, maybe doing a few squats. The helmet covering his whole face, and you watch as these gears start to turn, and it just begins to unravel and somehow mesh into the top of the chest piece, where he reaches down and puts on a different helmet where you can still see his face. Ah, that's better. For the life of me, I've tried to make upgrades and can't get the helmet to be able to see the way I properly would, but just as I remembered, it has been so long, like wearing a new pair of socks, but one that is old and familiar and comfortable, as it were. Oh, feels so good. I almost forgot how long I've been here without this armor. What number verse was it that I was on? I'll start thinking. Go ahead.
Somewhere in the millions.
Ah, and you can tell that he was expecting other people to know the exact number, because any gnome would remember. So he starts kind of muttering to himself, "Oh, yes. Let's see, now that I'm free of that immovable rod and can get back to business, let's see, 10,512,362 once per minute, add in some sleeping time. Whew, 26 years to be on break. It's a long break. I'd better get back to it. I don't know which way to go. Is the way you came from? Did you happen to see anybody that looked incredibly powerful, like a leader, someone who could inspire and instill change in a group of people so that they would ascend to the level at which their highest potential? Anything back there like that?
No.
It just gonna make the face.
There's a dead vampire and a woman who is probably some kind of sorcerer or witch.
Witch.
What'd you say?
Witch.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely a witch. Wouldn't maybe recommend following her based on our previous interaction. So yeah, no. Are you referring to this? What was your compatriot's name? Tilly?
Oh, just Tilly Winklebottom.
I thought that was the name, but I thought that's too ridiculous. I must have had it wrong. But nope, that's it.
Well, I'll have you know the Winklebottom family is well respected in our community.
Well, I'm learning all sorts of new things today, Zoman. So you keep saying back to business. What business do you have?
Oh, well, I'm sure you heard the song, The Prophecy of the Soldanus. You see, my people are very intelligent, very inventive, and in many ways, we can be aloof, feel like we are immune to the world around us and the problems and the struggles that are coming. Many are actually leaving, and perhaps we all will. That is the directive of the Prime, but while we're here, there is a prophecy of one who takes and forges people in the fire until they are refined into a better version of themselves. I don't know if it's real or prophecy or a myth, but this Soldanus, if he can help my people be stronger, the world has never been so dangerous. And I fear for their safety if someone doesn't help them reach higher. So I've taken it upon myself to find him and to face the trials that he might give so that I might be that one who stands for my people when trouble might come. And now, after decades against that wall, I fear he's gotten a bit of a head start, if indeed he even came this way. Oh, Tilly, you silly goose. That really set me behind more than you intended, I fear. And he'll kind of look serious for a second, and he'll look at you and look at Dyson. Oh, my friend here, he would probably not say friend, but my new companion. He might not even say companion. I can see he's pretty well set up with equipment. But let me see if I can do something for you to thank you for your assistance. You'll reach down and pick up this 3-inch by 3-inch bird that was bobbing its beak to give him a metronome. He'll take his tool and he'll begin to work on it ever so gently around the neck and under the wing. And as he does, you can see the jug that he was drinking out of in order to keep him alive over the last 26 plus years start to unravel. And as it completely unravels, he will look pleased with himself and hold the bird out to you. Say, there you go. Thank you very much. A gift, an invention that I think will suit your purposes. The next time you utter a magic spell, I assume from the looks of you that you can do that. Mayhaps hold this in your hand when you do. And he will have fabricated for him a +2 arcane focus.
Who are you giving this to?
Stephen.
Hands off, Dyson.
Well, I was gonna say I don't need it.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
was really confused for a moment.
No, he was looking at you saying you've kind of already got something similar to what he might be able to help you with, so.
I think at this point, Hop would have come back around the corridor and said, "We talk about inspirational leaders. We talk about me again." And he kind of looks at the wall. It looks at Zoman. Huh. Brute strength, huh? Well, probably for the best. Doesn't seem like the corridor loops back around. Huh. Well, I was gonna say, next step, try and find Paragus. But maybe our first step should be finding this guy a shower. Then, trying to get these cursed cuffs off. Maybe we'll find Paragus along the way.
Well, if you would be so kind not to presume. Safety in numbers and all, you never know where there's a gaggle of Tillies. For now, it seems we're going in the same direction, if you wouldn't mind. A little extra helping hands. I'm sure I can find a way to make myself useful, and like you would very easily be able to tell he's at 100% for somebody who was just on the complete broken down on 3 different limbs of his body. No weariness from having sat for 26 years without being able to move. He is at 100%.
It's good to see. Let's carry on then.
Are we tired, Michael?
Not particularly,
Okay.
but it hasn't been all that long since you woke up.
Okay. I don't know. There's no sun here. There's no time.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Well, I did ask him a little ago if that spell. I had a spell that lasted an hour.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it hasn't been all that long.
maybe a little over an hour at this point. Hour and a half. I don't know.
Seems about right.
Hey, Zoman. Where are your people from?
From? Well, we're originally from all over. We, not too long ago, maybe within the last 100 years, began kind of, I guess, migrating to settlements deep within the earth. I, personally, am from a town far north of the Great White Steppe in Maranth. Have you heard of any of these terms?
Yes, I've been to Moretz.
Yes. Town far to the north of that, kind of within the earth. We're quite adept at making ourselves hard to find. Not many of us left now. Many have left for a place, Nirvana. I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to talk about it. I fear that although I am a scientist, all of us gnomes are a little bit of apostles and when it comes to talking about Nirvana, but I assure you I will not be looking to convert anyone, as it is for gnomes only anyway.
Zoman, what year do you think it is?
Well, let's see. I've been singing for
26 years.
give or take 26 years. I would have come in 1122 by the gnomish calendar was when I entered here. Of course, not everybody follows the gnomish calendar, but those that are intelligent are, as it is infallible, like most of our scientific discoveries. 1122, of course. 26 years later, I suppose it would be 1148. My best guess, unless the cadence of my singing was off or I slept a little longer.
Well, for those of us who are quite as advanced as you are, how would that convert to maybe other calendars, like the Maranthian calendar, like uses a different calendar? It sounds like.
Oh no, the Maranthians, of course, adopted our calendar. As far as I know, everybody has. Why would they change it? It's foolproof.
So can I insider into it, Michael, that he literally thinks it's 300 years, based on just the this isn't some like, oh, we're using the Greek calendar and someone else is using something from Mars.
That it sounds like. Sounds like it thinks it's like 300 some odd years. Yeah.
Well, a lot has happened, Zoman. Well, you've been away for 26 years. We'll have some catching up to do.
Quite. Shall we do it via song?
No.
Oh, well, perhaps a soliloquy then, if I may.
Don't you love it when a party gets back together, guys? I sure do.
Back together?
Well, I mean, you people, all of them,
Back together,
Right.
and by that he means entirely reformed.
Yeah.
entirely reformed.
How does Steven feel?
I can't decide if it's an indictment on me as a player or a compliment that I'm the one still standing.
What? Steven is the most normal. That's what me and Nate were talking about.
Right, and that's why I
Of
can't
the
tell
races
if
left.
it's an indictment or a compliment.
Incredible.
Depends
We
where you
got
are. It depends what normal is.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We got the lizard man, we got the cat man, bunny man, and now clearly extinct man. It's great.
Well, now,
Two extinct races.
Two extinct races.
Yeah, we're just gonna go around collecting all the extinct races.
yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty.
And now at this point, if Steven dies, like, the plot thread
Well,
gets real weird.
Xerxes is out there somewhere.
That's true. That's true.
Felix or
as is
Yeah,
Isabel.
like, so, yeah.
Isabel.
Is she out
Anna?
there though?
Anna's out there somewhere.
We don't
Anna-
talk. I was
And it
when we were looking.
sounds to me like Saru's out there. So.
We don't talk about enough how Isabel left with a mantle of spell resistance around her neck. That's just something that.
That's because
Oh, I
every
did-
time anybody says Isabel, Steven immediately just curses their name and we move on. So it's not like we're.
Hey, there's good.
It's not like
reasons
we
for
can
that.
get very many.
No one knows who Isabel is anymore.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
Just Steven.
Pretty good.
Just make a running joke that, like, yeah, Steven and his imaginary friends that he talks about all the time.
Yeah. Steven is Russell Crowe in A Beautiful Mind at this point.
The time magic. It screws with his head.
Yeah.
The good thing is, Dyson at least, Dyson and Lagandu know of Xerxes and Selig, who
That one was real.
Yep.
yeah, and then Lagandu seems to know of Saru, so there's some connections exist, but they're thinning. They seem to be thinning, I'd say. So yeah, in this direction you have the two fog gates, one going north, one going south.
Just
We're picking one for next time.
Yeah, that would be good.
As long as they
because
actually open, yeah.
Here's what I think that I did. I think I gave you a wooden key before.
You did. That's
when I meant to give you a bone key, and I think I maybe got my thing.
I could have typed it in wrong too. Because
Yeah,
I
I'd
put
have
like
to-
put wooden skeleton key, and I might have heard bone and transpose something. So you're talking about the second key Steven had pulled out.
Yeah, the one from Paragus Tower was intended to be, I believe, for a different section than what the
Okay.
Who's to say if there's a wooden key?
Who's to say?
Should
Should I just call it a skeleton key?
It would be called the bone key.
Bone key. Got it.
I mean, yeah, technically speaking. Which, if testing both the gates, the abyssal, the black iron key can indeed continue on south and the bone key that Stephen has can continue north into a separate zone. So it really just is a decision if which zone you want to stick in, or if you want to go back to Francesca's room and go down the southern secret door that exists in her room.
Completionist in me says keep doing black iron key, but I really don't have a strong take.
I agree, but not for completionist's sake. I think that's probably going to be the best way to get the bracelets off, because if they're tied to this specific zone, being the abyssal prison, and
I like that.
if Paragus is trapped here too,
Yeah,
he
I like
might
it.
be in here.
Those things all make sense to me.
The general plan is south, unless things change wildly over the next 2 weeks.